The third eye just is part of the most important things you can work with. It also governs and regulates our pituitary glands.
Okay.
Then we go into the last and final, but it's not because we can go beyond.
Yeah, we can
But
go
the
on.
crown chakra.
The crown chakra is the ultimate reach, the feeling of integration with God. Its color is seen as violet or sometimes a combination of all colors, white light.
And if you have a hard time visualizing violet, you can do purple and it's fine. But this crown chakra, if you have trouble finding that area, you know when the babies are born and they all have a little soft spot before the cranial comes together. That's because at that time of birth, in the first few weeks and couple of months of life before that closes in, you are still very connected to the higher source, the higher vibrations, the higher things.
Oh, how powerful.
Oh, yeah. But we can't go through life with that kind of a connection.
Right.
So, in this wisdom of the creation of the human body, if you think about the human body, you could never even design anything that's
anything close to it.
No, not close to it at all. But we can't function in this world when you're still connected to a different world, to different energies. So the cranial starts closing off. And of course the trick is to reconnect and open again, right? It's kind of like a puzzle.
Well, and it's almost full circle. You come into this world with that open, and then it closes to find it again in your life. Would that be right?
Well, you try. Without, you know, taking a nail and a hammer and chopping away, but that energy, that vibration to the higher things.
And I think with spiritual growth or evolution of it, that's the thing we strive for.
Definitely. So. You know, I think just probably the only reason we're even here is for spiritual growth.
Right.
Okay? Let's go back to the chakras for a minute. So the way to balance that is for a person to travel within, just in your mind's eye, visualize and go to these different parts of your body. Visualize a little circle. Don't actually make it any larger than like a silver dollar. Okay? Spin it. You visualize that little round circle, the color, and then actually the motion to spin it, and just go with how it goes. Some of the chakras spin to your right, some spin to your left, but you'll feel it.
Okay, because I was going to say, is that something you would guide yourself on a direction, or it'll take its own?
Well, you can feel it, and if not, the way, because like I say, some spin to the right, some spin to the left, but if you're working with it and trying to get to feeling better or what have you, if you're not sensitive enough to see which direction that chakra is moving, then spin it to your right.
Okay.
Okay, always to the right, like you're on the inside looking out.
Okay.
That kind of a right.
Okay.
And just balance them. Just go in and put them in alignment and work with them, and it puts you in a better state of well-being and a balance.
Now, could you work that, because we had talked about meditation on our last show, could you work that into a meditation practice?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And it would probably be beneficial to do that with a meditation.
Absolutely, Onea, you're right.
Okay.
Not only can you do this morning and evening, or anytime you'd like to, but it's a good idea to do it in the mornings with your meditation, or evening time while you're laying in bed relaxed right before you go to sleep.
Okay.
And sometimes it even helps you go to sleep. Okay. Now, one of the things that I've also done when I've done it, when I get to the crown chakra, I don't stop there. I go beyond.
Okay, explain that.
Well, it's just not that there's a chakra there, but if you're already raising all your energy to this higher level, from the bottom on up to a higher level, and you have your crown chakra going, instead of stopping there, especially if you're working it into meditation, just go beyond the crown chakra. Just keep that energy twirling
Okay.
and going higher and higher.
Okay, because I'm trying to
See
get a
what
visual,
happens.
because I'm a visual person. So do you go above the actual spinning part, or you take the spinning part up?
I take the spinning part up.
Just continue to lift it up.
Right,
Okay.
and then I change the color from a violet to a white. As I get a little higher and higher, I take it into a white light, which white encompasses all color. So then I just kind of float away. I just kind of let it go. I don't concentrate on the color or the spinning or anything.
Okay.
I just go, and that's what meditation's about.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we had talked about getting rid of the chatter in the brain, and I think if you were able to focus on getting your chakras
Balance.
balanced, that would be a good way to get the chatter out of your brain during a meditation.
Perfect. Absolutely
Okay.
perfect. But now remember when I just said that the aura is a reflection of these chakra colors? Some people see auras. Some people can teach themselves to see auras. There are tons of books out there that'll tell you how. However, everybody can learn to sense or feel someone's aura, the colors in their aura. Just take an extra minute when you're around someone and start just seeing what colors come to your mind, okay?
Okay.
It can tell you an awful lot, right?
Yeah.
What if I had a lot of red in my aura,
A lot of anger.
right?
Yeah.
I'd be angry about something. So if you were my boss and I wanted to ask for a raise and I came in and I took a minute and felt your aura and I got red, would that be a good time to ask for a raise?
No.
No. Right.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's
It'll guide you. But if I had a lot of blues and pinks and greens, then I'm in a good mellow place, or you would be.
right.
And a good time to ask for that raise.
Right.
Which, by the way, can you make me a loan, Onea?
Yeah, if you got one
Send
for me.
that
But that's really interesting that that's just another way to just be in tuned, just be present in your surroundings.
Absolutely.
And also being aware of people around you and what's going on in their world too.
Well, and a good way to even practice is like if you're in line at a grocery store or any line, just kind of stand still for a minute and see the person in front of you or behind you, what you're picking up. And speaking of that, have you had the experience when you are in line somewhere and you want to just turn around and push
Yeah.
the person behind you out of the way or in
there's
front
an
of
actual energy field when you feel somebody just too close and you're invading your personal space.
you? Okay, and what's happened is that person has just stepped into your aura uninvited.
Okay.
Uninvited. Some people we want to come in closer to us, but subconsciously we invite them. And those that step over the line, really is what it is, into your auric field
Right.
are not invited.
Right.
And you just want to push them out of the way.
Right.
Now, there's a way to control that auric field, however. And have you ever seen someone that's taken their aura pictures and
Yeah, and I think they do actually do that in Sedona, don't
Sedona?
they?
Yeah, they have a lot of people who
big
take
deal,
the
yeah.
aura pictures, and people say, "Oh, look," and they're so happy because their aura is way out here. Well, that's not good, really.
Okay.
The people that know how to work with these energies pull them in and keep their energy field closer to their body. That's
Okay.
what the masters knew to do.
Okay.
And so having it way out here is not good.
Right.
And we control it how?
Balancing our chakras.
Right, but sizing them.
Keeping it
Yeah.
like a silver dollar
Yeah,
size.
keeping
okay.
it a silver dollar size instead of like a, way out here size.
Okay.
So by keeping them kind of under control size-wise, you keep your auric field under control.
That's
Isn't this just
interesting.
that's what we're talking about. Yeah, right.
Well, and I think too, like I said, it's something that people are becoming more aware of, but not everybody is aware of. So I like the example you gave of somebody stepping into your
Field.
your field, and that everybody has experienced, regardless if they knew how to identify with it or
Right.
not.
I agree.
They have all experienced it, and now there's a definition to it.
Right, where I think you're right. Everybody's experienced it, where you just want to turn around and just push them back, get back.
Or when you see somebody, you can feel somebody looking at you.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
That's
That's called a peeping Tom. No.
right. but instances like that they can relate to kind of get a grasp on what this is about.
What it's all about. And like I say, it's easy to control by keeping your energies closer to you and not being so scattered.
Right.
And speaking of scattered, actually, if your head is even scattered or you're running around like crazy, your aura can get scattered. And the wider your aura is, not only can people step into your auric field, but you're picking up everybody else's stuff.
Right.
You know what the easiest ways to cleanse an aura? Take a guess.
My first instinct would be deep breathing.
Oh, deep breathing. No, to cleanse one is take a shower. Okay?
That makes sense. After a long days of work, the only thing that clears me is a bath or a shower.
Right, exactly. And because I said we're not only people stepping into us, but we're picking up other people's energies all day long and putting it into this auric field. So
you had mentioned that to me one time, and I forgot about
Right.
that. But my natural instinct is to go get into water just to calm
and cleanse.
and cleanse. Yeah.
There are ways you can do it through energy work and just by certain techniques. But the quickest way is just take a shower, which is kind of nice at the end of the day anyway,
Exactly.
especially in this heat, all right? But there are other tricks that we're going to talk about as we go along, and they're not tricks. I mean, I didn't mean to say we're going to pull them out of a hat like a magician, a bag of tricks, but little things we're going to talk about for people to learn how to work with these different techniques and energies to keep themselves healthier and in a good technique.
Yeah.
Well-beingness, okay?
Yeah.
Any questions?
I think we covered it all, but it actually opened the door up for more, like you said, techniques and ways to do it, and I think it's leading itself to something really interesting.
We always find it interesting.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
we like each other, and we think we're both interesting.
We think pretty
but
highly of ourselves.
hopefully everybody out there likes what we're talking about.